All right, what is up, punk rockers and bootlickers alike? Welcome back to Punk Rock Radar, your number one stop for all things punk rock. And we are ditching the punk rock. We are going full bootlicker right now. And we are having John listen to Machine Guns Kelly's Tickets to My Downfall to judge this album and see what is it about. Is this the death of pop punk? Is this one of the worst things ever created? Is there any merits to Machine Gun Kelly's pop punk switch up after he was a rapper for a very long time? Is it a gateway? Is he a gateway artist, or is he just a shill? And is this just an embarrassing midlife crisis that we all have to watch and listen to? So, but John, any opinion on the man himself, Machine Gun Kelly? Is there any opinion? Have you heard anything of his pop punk stuff? What anything you have to say at all?
I don't really know much about him. I just I think when this came out, and we're like 4 years too late with this, but we're doing it anyway. I think when this came out, I may have, out of curiosity, listened to whatever single was there, but that's the extent of what I know about Machine Gun Kelly. I do want to say that I'm not going to come in here just hating on him, because I remember when I was getting into punk and pop punk in the late 90s, there was that whole generation that was Blink sucks, Newfound Glory sucks, Good Charlotte sucks. And that's those bands, finding those bands led me into other, Fat and Epitaph.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
so I don't immediately discount anything like this. I feel like this kind of stuff is necessary in order for people
Yeah.
to delve, especially with Spotify and stuff, with the related and everything. So with that said,
I mean,
I'm gonna
how
go
many?
open. I'm open mind.
100%. So I did listen to this when it came out because I was definitely curious. But I will also say, you need gateway artists like
Yeah.
this. And I don't know how successfully Machine Gun Kelly is doing it. Now, Machine Gun Kelly as a person, no opinion on. So he seems very embarrassing. And this does seem like he's 30 years old and he's almost kind of dressing like he's a 18-year-old e-boy on TikTok. So it's very strange. But it's a gimmick of his. But Machine Gun Kelly, I have known about him for a while. I had a lot of, I'm not going to say friends, but people I knew, white trash people especially, really like rap me. I'm sorry, it's just to say, every time it was some redneck guy with a Budweiser trucker hat. He was like, "You listen to Machine Gun Kelly?" That new Machine Gun Kelly, they really liked his old stuff. And I'll say this: he's a horrible rapper. I know that some people think he's a great rapper. I think he's a horrible rapper. I think it's very just childish rhyme schemes and stuff like that. And he's no, I mean, I'm not going to get into a talk about hip hop and stuff like that, which I could do. I actually listened to a good bit of hip hop and went through a whole hip hop phase, but I thought it was bad. But something that some people don't know about Machine Gun Kelly, I'll put a little context here. He was a punk kid growing up. And there was a Nardwuar interview with him where Nardwuar brought out a bunch of records that he said he liked when he was younger. And some of them, I mean, this is obviously doing him no favors now, but this was also one of my first punk records I listened to, because me and Machine Gun Kelly are about the same age, was Anti-Flags for Blooded Empires, which is one of his favorite records when he was younger. And so which is also an entry-level punk album. Obviously, Anti-Flag, reputation soured, reputation's gone. But for the time, that was a very entry level, especially into political punk and stuff like that. So he has always kind of listened to punk, and then he got into a rap beef with Eminem, and everyone says that Eminem bodied him so hard he had to switch genres, which I don't fully agree with at all. I think he was already experimenting with this and kind of did his own thing. But I'm very curious what you're going to think of this. That was my the mildest of defense of Machine Gun Kelly's punk roots. It's very minimal. I think he's an awful rapper, and almost everything I've heard of his has been pretty terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what you think of his debut into pop punk, which weirdly enough shot a little bit of energy into the pop punk scene and started kind of a new wave. Whether you like this wave or not is up to you, but it did start a new wave of alternative and pop punk music, kind of other artists kind of getting big from this. So,
All right. Well, what we're gonna do, guys, if it's your first reaction listen, we're gonna listen to each song track by track. We're gonna pause. We're going to tell you how the song made us feel on our pain/satisfaction scale. All of these are Machine Gun Kelly songs that Elliot helped me name. This is essentially how it made us feel. It's nothing to do with the actual song. And then we're also going to assign a numerical value, 1 out of 10. Just ranking the song. This is a 10 song, this is a 1 song, etc. So that's how this is going to go. Elliot, like I said, I'm going in with an open mind. I don't expect to be blown away. I expect like a fairly catchy auto-tune pop punk album that is fairly common with these bands that do all lowercase album titles. Like that's the sign of
100%.
what you're going to get. I don't know if this is where it started or what, but
it started on SoundCloud with the SoundCloud rappers were doing it first, and the emo rappers.
yeah.
So
All lowercase or
But-
all capitals is a red flag. Unless they're Japanese.
yes.
Unless they're
Japanese, and
Yeah.
then it's probably a Skatepunk record.
All right. Well, do you want to kick this off? We'll see what
Yeah.
the title track has in store for us.
Yeah, title track called title track. Just in case you can't read the font here, it's a little rough to read.
Yes,
but
it is.
we'll work our way through it. So go ahead, John, with the countdown, and we'll get into it.
All right. First song, 76 million plays. Title track in 3, 2, 1. Didn't expect this. All right, Elliot. I'm a little concerned because I kind of like that song. What is this?
I was gonna ask you what were your thoughts first. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a little caught off guard. Actually, that was a pretty good song, man. I don't know if I should be admitting it or not.
So I'll say this: this is probably the only reason I even ended up listening to this record is because I played the first song and I listened to it and I was like, this actually isn't bad.
Yeah.
Like as a pop, I'll say this: MGK kind of struggles with a singing voice. He
Yeah.
kind of still does this talking thing, so he does not have a strong vocal style or a pop punk presence, but it kind of has its own little style to it, and it's kind of catchy. So I mean, and it's fast, and that's also Travis Barker on the drums here. So doing his classic little bit here. And that's when he started getting involved. All of a sudden, all these pop punk bands, he's like all of a sudden, they're not bands, they're one person, and Travis Barker drums for them. That's same with this, but yeah, when I heard this, I actually thought like, hey, this is not like that bad of a song. This is kind of catchy. This is not bad.
Yeah.
So
Is he
What-
is he British?
no,
Okay.
he's American. He's from Cleveland, Ohio. He says
Wow.
it many times in his rap
Okay.
stuff. So
I would think he was British. By
he
the
does
way,
kind of have a British accent in this, doesn't he?
yeah, he's got that
Yeah, like
from got it from Anti-Flag. That's what he picked up from them.
He might have.
I think the weakest part is probably the vocals, but
Yeah.
I mean, overall, I mean, I'm not gonna say this is anything groundbreaking, but it's just like I was bopping my head, like when especially in the chorus, it was pretty good, man. Like I was gonna be positive, but I was not expecting to like it. And that was like a more than passable opening track. Like I mean, All Night Long maybe doesn't really describe it, but I'm like in this range here. I think it's like on the verge of being I don't know, man. I'm like tiptoeing.
I'm gonna say it. I think I'm okay to All Night Long. I think it's a
Yeah.
totally passable song. I don't think it holds up as anything grand. It never hits as powerful as something like Neck Deep's opening track, Dumbstruck does, where it's just the vocals really carry it and gives you chills. You're not getting chills with this.
Yeah.
You're just kind of having like a little bit of a fun time, and you're like, this isn't too bad. I would think like a solid 6.5 for me for this one. Like I think it's a totally passable opening track. It's a good bop. I like this font we got going on for the letters down here.
I don't know if I was just looking at it. I was like, man, it's kind of tough to read.
That's a 6.5 for the viewers at home. We're locked into it right now. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Let's spread it out a little bit. I don't know. I'm waiting for those stories so far kids to come in here and kill me for ranking this.
And we gave the opening track on Story So Far an 8.6. So they all like to forget about that.
Yeah. Jeez. I kind of liked it, man.
Go high, man. Go with your gut. Don't let the gatekeepers knock you for liking what you like.
I mean, I'm like trying to like think now. It's tough because we're doing all these rankings, and I'm like, it's like completely different scales because I am. It's
Yeah,
my
it's
expectations
actually
were very
we're
low,
very low.
so
Yeah,
now I'm like trying to compensate. Like, where's the normalcy here?
I might even go higher than 6.5. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's. I was
totally
thinking
fine with that.
7-1. I kind of liked it.
Bump me up to 6.8. So I think it's so
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, does the point three matter? Yes, it's a point three higher than I previously was. So
go. All right, so we're both starting this off pretty positive, man. That's
yeah,
surprising, very surprising, but it's good. It's good. Second track is going to be called "Kiss Kiss." Again, maybe not the best choice for font by me. I apologize. But yeah, "Kiss Kiss." You ready to see if he keeps it going here?
yeah. Let's get into it, man. You ready?
All right, let's do it. "Kiss Kiss" in 3, 2, 1.
Goodbye, yeah.
All right, track 2, Ellie. You can go first on this one.
So I actually also like this song when I heard it. I don't like it as much as like the first one, but I actually thought it was kind of a still like a fun song. And he actually isn't using autotune. I really think about it. Probably like a little bit, but he's
Yeah.
kind of just doing his weird talking vocals here. But it had like a fun little riff to it, and everything like that. And it was short. It was 2 minutes 12 seconds. It kind of just does its little jingle. You know, just kind of like it's a little bit like a fun summer song. Honestly, it's like a guilty pleasure song a little bit. I didn't think it was that bad. What are your thoughts?
I didn't like it. This is
You didn't like that one?
no. This is more. This is what I kind of expected.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not my thing at all. Like I mean, it was
Damn.
it was short, so I appreciate that. But yeah, this is not my scene. Kind of goofy. Reminds me of like the 2004 2005 pop punk.
Yeah, definitely more in that vein. Yeah,
Right,
100%.
and-
I mean, I don't think it's amazing or anything, but
Yeah.
it's like a little bit of like when I was. It's like I feel like the chorus gets stuck in my head though sometimes when I'm like after I heard it. I remember just driving down. I'd be like, "Kiss, kiss, kiss." I'm like, "Fuck!" I'm singing that Machine Gun Kelly song. I mean, I'll give it like a 6. I'm firmly in the like, I think I'm okay area. Like, I'm okay with this song. I think it's fun enough. So
All right.
it's nothing incredible. But John's in the God save me
Yeah.
territory. God save me.
Like that first song has like playlist potential, and this one absolutely does not. So
Yeah.
there's I need to put some space between those two. I think I wouldn't, I don't really want to hear this song again. So like that is like sub 4 for me, but I mean it's so short, so it's not god awful. I'll give it a 3.2. I'll go 3.2. Nice fair
All right.
score. I like it
that's
about
fair.
like a little less
You
than
know
half
what?
as much as the other.
Machine Gun Kelly got a 7.1 out of you, so that's more than probably anyone expected. So good job on that one song, Machine Gun Kelly.
I'm gonna be
So
really
I-
fair. I really am. I'm gonna be trying
No,
to
you're
be
being totally
objective as
fair.
possible.
I'm trying to be fair too. So I listened to this like a while ago. I remember listening to the whole thing and being like, so if it falls off at some point, the title track, I'll say this is probably one of the best songs of the whole album.
That's not
So-
a good sign.
It's not a good sign. I'll say
15
that.
songs.
Yeah. I'm not introducing this to John as like you've got to check this out. I'm introducing this as just like it's fun to do. We're having
Yeah.
fun with this one. So also just curiosity. What would John think of like probably one of the biggest punk artists around right now? So as Mr. Punk Rock Radar. But yeah, let's get into Drunk Face.
All right, track
So-
number 3, Drunk Face. This is the most popular one thus far. 167 million plays. So let's kick it off in 3, 2, 1.
I'm still young, wasting my youth.
All right.
So John, go ahead, start us off with Drunk Face. Is this potentially the best song in the album?
Oh God, that was bad, man. Maybe he should have used a little more auto tune on that still young part. Like, oh
Yeah, his vocals sounded really strained. I tell you, he can't sing. Singing's not his thing, and he decided to do like a pop punk record, which is all about the vocals and the
yeah,
harmony. I will say this: the chorus has potential to be
yeah.
catchy, but he can't sing it. He
No,
can't sing it. Imagine, like, I'm trying to think here, like maybe I don't know, the guy from All Time Low could probably kill that chorus. So something like that. Um, but yeah, what do you think of this one? Where are you at in this?
I think. I mean, with that said, I think I like it a little more than the last one. Yeah,
Really, I like it a little less.
my cat is here. Here's Milo. Here you
Yeah.
go, buddy.
Milo,
I put it like right here. He likes the
a little,
pen.
bit, a little between God Save Me and I
Yeah.
Think I'm Okay. I'm kind of firmly in the lower side of I Think I'm Okay. I'm gonna go with like I think the chorus has potential, and it's also once again it's kind of a short little song, so it
Yeah.
kind of just happens. It comes and it goes, and I'm like, oh, that was mostly inoffensive. It's very poppy. He can't sing it. He strains on the so young of those parts. He
Yeah.
really here. Yeah, he really actually probably could have used a little more auto tune, but I will go like a 5-2 on this. So, it's so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm at like a 3.8. It was, I don't know, like where I'm at with this album so far is that I don't like hate it, but like I don't like
You wouldn't
it.
listen.
Yeah.
You wouldn't listen to it.
The first
Yeah.
song kind of got me pumped. I was like, oh, okay, this is not what I expected, and then these last
Yeah,
two are
the
what
first
I
one is-
expected.
Yeah, the first one's like legitimately like a pop punk song. It's actually fast and everything. And the next two get way higher into the pop area, which is
Yeah.
what I always call this new era like pop punk. So it's it's but yeah, but also once again I said Machine Gun Kelly's voice straining. on
Good
that
for him
chorus.
though. I mean, you got to be brave to leave that on there.
Yeah,
and
he said
did.
fuck it, let's do
Yeah.
it. So it's kind of punk rock, honestly.
It is.
Kind of punk rock. Not gonna lie.
Let's give
That
him.
pink-
Yeah, we'll give credit.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, quick thing, the next song is Bloody Valentine. So this is the single.
Okay.
This is the big single. There's in the music video, Machine Gun Kelly decides to show off his new girlfriend Megan Fox, and also decides to reveal he has a weird foot fetish in the music video as well. So both of those, and another bit of lore with this, Bloody Valentine made it into the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake.
Wow.
Because they redid the soundtrack, which kept like Lagwagon May 16th and all those songs, but added some new stuff like Fiddler, and Bloody Valentine made it onto the soundtrack, which I thought was super funny. So
All right.
let's see, is this skatable? Is Bloody Valentine a skatable song?
Let's find out. All right. 3, 2, 1. Bloody Valentine.
Are we on time?
Dude, I feel
That-
like I'm starting to feel like all those people that just say, like, John, if it's not fast, you're just not gonna like it. That maybe they're right, dude.
Yeah, let me tell you right now, just a kind of a mid-tempo snooze fest, that
Yeah.
whole song. There's not much anything dynamic going on. Not that, expecting too much from Machine Gun Kelly's first endeavor into like pop punk. But like the vocals I think is the one of the worst parts. They're so just monotone the entire time. So the verses and the chorus have the exact same amount of energy to them, and it makes this 3 minute and 30 second kind of bland fest of really nothing going on with this song.
Dude,
What?
the obvious comparison too is Mr. Brightside. That's all I
Yeah,
kept hearing. Like,
it does sound like Mr. Brightside. You're right, actually.
I'm
I hear
su-
that as well.
I'm
Like-
sure
like
that's
the-
been said like 4 years ago, but like those verses are like literally lifted from that song. Like the melody.
Yeah, it's like if the Killers took Ambien and then recorded Mr. Brightside.
Yeah, that was kind of my issue, is that it just stayed here the whole time.
It doesn't do anything. It's like literally the same So it's like we flatlined
Yeah.
the whole song. Yeah, I think this is probably the worst song so far, in my opinion.
I'm shocked that's a single.
It's a single with a music video. I think it's easily the worst song so far. I'll go with a 4 on this one. I'm firmly in the God Save Me. I mean, like, I feel like once again, there's aspects of it that have potential, and if you sped it up, it probably would be a little bit of a more palatable song. This is on a Tony Hawk soundtrack too, like the new one,
Oh
which is
God.
crazy to me.
Where do I put this? I started writing down the scores and then I stopped at number 1.
Let's see here. I believe the lowest you went was 3.2, which was for Kiss Kiss.
Um,
Then you went 3.8 for Drunk Face.
I like the lyrics better to Drunk Face too.
Yeah, yeah, the lyrics are way better.
I think, yeah, this is rough. This is really
Yeah.
boring. Let's go 2.8. 2.8.
I'm overstimulated and I'm sad. That's a
Yeah.
lyric in the song. So,
Yeah, I'm like, man, we got 15 of these songs. I'm starting to regret agreeing to this.
it's okay. It's a good time. We're gonna embrace the madness.
So
But let's go. Let's
Yeah.
hurry it up there. Let's get to Forget Me Too and see if we can get anything out of this anymore. Or is title track just like that's it?
it's a
We got title
tease.
track.
So I see this next one features Halsey. My wife loves Halsey. I've definitely heard plenty of her songs in the car. So
All right.
again, not to be nice to I'm trying to tiptoe, but that is a bad omen if my wife likes it. Not that this needed a bad omen after those last 4 songs, but it's called Forget Me Too. It's actually comparable in play count to the Bloody Valentine, so possibly a single as well.
I think it was. I think there's like 4 singles on this.
Yeah, I can.
There was a lot. There was a lot of singles actually. So there was a lot of music videos. I think.
Okay.
But let's do it. Let's get into it.
All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Let me take my fucking brush off.
All right. I mean, that's clearly for me. That's definitely the number 2 song so far.
I feel like we're back, baby. We're
Yeah.
back. He brought it back. Also, I feel like we finally have someone who can sing
Yeah.
on one of these songs. So Hayes, honestly, really good pop punk vocals from Hazley there. Really kind of pulled off like. Honestly, it sounded better than a lot of the Paramore songs. I'm not gonna lie, Hazley's did. So probably get some hate for that. But I'm just being honest. I thought she made the song like a lot better than it probably would have been. What do you think?
Yeah, it's tough when you get into those lulls and something like lifts you up. You have to, stabilize, see where does this actually this is a marked improvement from the last 4 songs, but I mean, it's still like I didn't love it still. I still thought it was pretty by the numbers pop punk song. Like it's like dead like right here. Like I think I'm okay with this song. It's definitely not a playlist ad. It's not like gonna be a favorite song for me, but I give it like a 5.0. It's just like a middling by the numbers pop punk song. I was okay with it.
Huh. I feel like it would be a little higher for you. So, I thought the chorus was really good. So, honestly, I was pretty surprised. I thought it was catchy. I don't think it's as fun as title track, but I'm gonna go 6.5 on this one. I think it's solidly almost all night long. Like I could put this on a pop punk playlist and honestly rock out to it a little bit. I thought it was pretty solid.
Yeah.
So
Deserves a little more space between what I liked and disliked, but I gotta get my list on track here. Like
it's all good.
But we'll move on. Just because we do have 15 songs, we're only a third of the way through, and we're at 25 minutes. This is gonna be a long episode for you guys. This next song is called "All I Know." It features somebody named Trippie Redd.
It's kind of funny to hear you say his name. He's one of the SoundCloud rappers who kind of blew up in like 2017, 2018.
Yeah, I have no idea who that
So
is.
yeah, a lot. You're gonna get auto tune 100% with this one. So get ready.
All right, here we go. All I Know featuring Elliot's boy Trippy Red
I
in
love
three,
him.
two, one.
I was looking over at John. He just looked like he was suffering.
So this is exactly what I expected for the whole.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I thought this whole album was gonna be like.
Yeah, this song sucks. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's
It
really
is
bad.
horrible. Trippy Red also sucks. So he's not my boy. I actually hated most of his music. He also made a pop punk album with Travis Barker. It is unlistenable, dude. It's crazy. It's like that auto tune the whole time, but with like just randomly like fast drumming and guitar riffs. It's horrible. It's I'd rather listen to Lil Wayne's Rebirth.
This could have
Over it.
used some fast drumming and guitar riffs. I don't think there was any.
No, it was like a beat. It's like a beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. With some like palm muted, almost cleanly distorted guitar, like barely distorted. Yeah, this is Edge of Destruction here. I would skip the song. I think it's awful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely terrible. It does nothing. The hook sucks. There's no like ability to it. There's no dynamic anything. And Trippie Redd, the feature sucks. And
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly doesn't do himself any favors here either. I'll go like a 1.5. I think it's a pretty bad song. It really
Yeah.
does nothing for me.
I'm gonna go right there with like I've heard worse songs. Like at least it's not like annoying.
No, it's not like I listen to it. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like it's not like the worst thing ever. It's just so one, it's generic. Two, it's just it does nothing. There's no
Yeah.
hook. There's no anything. And so I think it's a pretty bad song.
It's boring.
But
It's really boring.
It's boring. It's very boring. And 2 minutes was too long.
Yeah, it felt way longer.
It felt way longer. But real quick, John, timeout right here.
All right, so we're on track 7. We're almost halfway. We'll be halfway after this. Well, kind of.
There's
Song's
also
called-
there's 2 skits that are like a minute long. So
okay. I'm looking forward to those. I can use that. This song is called "Lonely." It's 3 minutes and 10 seconds. You ready to kick it off?
let's do it.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know what it was, but he had a heart problem and they didn't think he would live.
All right, Elliot.
You know what? People who got upset at us for not liking the acoustic songs and the story so far. Don't worry, the slower mid-tempo. We also hate the Machine Gun Kelly ones too. So it's just as deep. You gonna they're gonna hate on Machine Gun Kelly for talking about some real shit that we hate. We don't want to hear. Keep that bottled to yourself. We're not your therapist. Just play some music, dude. I'm kidding. Definitely a lighter song. We're all in the
Yeah.
audience. It's a horrible chorus. It's way too long. I mean, I say like 3 minutes is not that long, but the song drags. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah. I was gonna say that like it wasn't that bad in the beginning, but
And there's like a minute and a half, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, we're halfway.
I'm regretting this endeavor. I just when I saw the way he looks, I didn't expect the vocals to be like this.
Lonely, even when the room is full.
Dude, you can record this album right now. You
We
could
could.
you
yeah,
could do
that
it.
that was about the rage that Machine Gun Kelly has on these hooks.
Yeah, it just sounds like he's so disinterested in actually singing these songs, which I don't blame him because I'm disinterested in listening to them.
Yeah, this is a pretty bad. I don't think I dislike it as much as All I Know. I think
Yeah.
All I Know is worse. Like at least there's some songwriting here. I'll go like a 3 on this one. I'm still in the God Save Me though. Bit of a bore.
Oops. Yeah, you're at 3. That was my score, 3.1. I think it's like on par with was
I think it was Drunk Face.
man, Drunk Face is better than this actually.
Yeah, Drunk Face is definitely better than this.
We'll do 2.6. I gotta get this back. All right. Yeah, I think I went too low on Drunk Face, but that's okay. It's all right.
Drunk Face a banger, dude.
All right, so we get our first interlude next. Oh no, we don't.
No, you get a minute song.
Okay,
next,
okay.
Called World War III.
World War III. Okay, 59 seconds.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
We're just going in, dude.
Yeah. All right, Elliot. Let me go first here.
Do it, man. 10 out of 10.
I'm not
Fucking
taking the
knock
bait.
your socks off.
I'm not taking the bait here. No.
It's bait, right?
It's
taking the Sum 41 thing. It's just trying to make a little short, like minute-long punk song, right?
This is a minute-long song that they wrote somehow in 10 seconds. There's
God, what's more punk than that? It's like Fuck the Kids EP, dude.
I don't know. This is recycled. And the vocals still suck. Like that. You can fool me once with the title track, but
well,
no.
I'll tell you, to pay. Sorry, it does. I'm doing like a British accent, trying to imitate his voice. You're right.
I would swear this guy was British based on the way that sounds.
You talk. Just say we go down to the pub. Sorry, British listeners. Sorry, people in the UK. Go ahead. You can make fun of the American accent or the way I mispronounce everything. So, but yeah, I don't take the bait on this either. I mean, it's totally boring. It's totally nothing. I mean, it's a minute-long fast punk song, and you think we'd love it, but I don't even love it enough to be. I think I'm okay. I'd give this like a 4. I think. Like, I mean, I guess it's like over and done with more than Lonely is or some of the others, or like All I Know. But yeah, it's total bait. It's total bait.
Yeah.
So
by virtue of it, like not boring me, I like 4 feels right. I'm gonna be like piggyback. Let's go. We'll go 3.9. Just to be different. I appreciate the tonal switch, but like, yeah, it's very transparent what's happening here, and it's just a 3-chord, very, very remedial. There's no thought in these lyrics whatsoever. By the way, we forgot to call out the blatant knowledge lyrics in the other song, but
all I know is that I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
You're right. He says, all I know is that I don't know. All I know is that I don't know nothing at all. He does. So now we have a skit. I guess we'll listen to the skit and we'll discuss the. I mean, we can't give it a score, but we'll listen to it. So let's just.
Why don't we go skit into concert? That's
fine. We'll go Kevin and Barracuda into Concert for Aliens. Yeah. So let's do that whenever you're ready.
All right, here we go. Kevin and Barracuda and Concert for Aliens in 3, 2, 1.
Yo.
I'm falling now. Fuck, I said the wrong lyric. Ooh, keep.
All right. So the skit was stupid, right?
The skit was a minute and a half of the most boring conversation I've ever heard from 2 of the most uninteresting people I've ever listened to talk about something. It was supposed to be like a stoner funny skit. That's what it seemed like. Like, we're talking about aliens. We're like laughing, talking about being on shrooms. It was boring.
Yeah.
It was way too long. But then it goes into the song. And I actually think Concert for Aliens is a pretty decent pop punk song. I mean, it's totally just ripping off Blink's formula 100%. You obviously have Travis Barker. I mean, a lot of this is ripping off Blink's formula already, but this one I feel like is the most blatant. But you know what? Ripping off Blink is a good thing to do because they're a great band. And I thought this song was probably one of the better ones on the album. It's like up there with probably Forget Me Too and title track in the end. I thought it was decent. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. It's my number 2 song. I like it better than Forget Me Too. It's like right in this range. All night long, again, we're saying it's not really what it says. It's definitely better than okay. It's not quite a playlist ad, but I'd give it like a 5.9. Pretty decent pop punk song.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll give it like I'd say a 6.4. I thought it was solidly in the I think I'm okay to all night long. Thought it was fun. Thought the chorus was catchy. Once again, I mean, I felt like his vocals at least were like the least offensive on this one. There was a few parts where it was definitely straining, but I felt like it overall worked in his favor more than a lot of other songs on here. So
I'm
But-
just seeing this now. This is on Bad Boy Records, Puff Daddies.
yeah, this is on Puff Daddy's record company. Yeah,
I didn't know that. That's
Yep.
funny. I didn't see that
Uh,
coming.
Yeah, he was signed. I think his first record, Lace Up, he got signed to Bad Boy. So when he was, remember he was a rapper before.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I guess what's next here? Oh, My Best Friend's Ex. So this was also Concert for Aliens was a single. Forget Me Too was a single. I think all I know is I think there's like 5 singles on this thing. So, but this is another single, and this is the most viewed song.
Yep. 685 million. 685 million plays.
That Kevin and Barracuda skit had 20 million plays, by the way, which is like it's like entire punk albums don't even
No.
get close to that. You could probably combine the entire 88 Fingers Louie catalog and not get that.
Times it by like 100. I
I
think.
know it's crazy. That skit, by the way, was very painful. Like,
Yeah.
don't let us underestimate. Like, if I was to, this was a like, if we were ranking comedy and skit in interesting conversations, this would be a 0. Like, it would be a 0. So,
All right. Well, we're 66%, 2/3 through the album. My Ex's Best Friend featuring Black Bear. Is that another SoundCloud guy?
no, I think he's some like singer.
Okay.
So,
Well, let's find out. Let's see if Black Bear is better than Trippy Red, which is an extremely low bar. 685 million monthly listeners. Let's give it a go in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, you know my ex, so that makes it never say yeah,
yeah, it's like one of the worst songs on the album.
Yeah, that was rough. That was
That
really
was
rough.
Yeah, Black Bear, I don't know too much about him, but everything I've heard that he's done, I've hated. So I'm definitely not a fan. Yeah, I don't know. Horrible song, really like lame lyrics. And,
Yeah.
just like some goofy fuckboy stuff going on here. It's just awful. So
Elliot was audibly laughing at the lyrics during mid-song, just so you
it's
guys
so
know.
bad. My best friend's ex, and it's all so complicated. I'm like, oh my god, dude, just stop.
Yeah.
It's like borderline like a 2005 like like one of those songs like an Akon track or something. But like way worse. I'd rather listen to an Akon song over this. So Smack That. I'd rather listen to Smack That. But yeah, where are you at with this song?
Somewhere in the middle of God Save Me and Edge of Destruction. I did feel like the chorus, the hook was catchy.
Yeah, it's a catchy song. It has
Well-
a decent hook.
It was like it would take a lot to overcome the shortcomings of the song, and the chorus certainly isn't lifting that heavily. So let me see. Of the bad songs, of which there's many, I would say it's on the better end of bad. So that puts me in the 3s. Looks like that's like my median for this album. So I'm gonna go with the 3.4, which is feeling awful generous.
Yeah, that's pretty generous. I'm going like a 2.4 on this one. I don't like it at all. It's just like it doesn't even fit in with like the rest of the album. I feel like it's like
Yeah.
its own weird little like a weird R&B pop track almost. And I don't really like Black Bear's feature. I don't really like this song. I don't like the lyrics. So it's a skip for me. I mean, it's not like the worst thing. What was the worst one? Oh my gosh, All I Know. Yeah, it's not All I Know bad. So, but it's pretty bad.
Okay.
Oh,
We're only got 4 songs left. This one is sub 2 minutes, which we love to see. It's called Jawbreaker.
so
No
he's a
features.
big fan of Dear You and 24 Hour Revenge Therapy, Machine Gun Kelly. So a little
Well,
tribute track.
We'll find out. Let's see. Jawbreaker in 3, 2, 1.
And this one is titled Jawbreaker.
Same shit. All right, that was Jawbreaker. Dude, I feel like I've hit a wall here, man. Like, I'm shocked because we saw that a lot of reputable or previously reputable companies or magazines, websites put this as like a top album. This is so bland.
Yeah. Once again, he cannot sing. His voice is straining really bad on this one. When he goes like tastes like candy. The lyrics are Jawbreaker, tastes like candy, star chaser. And it's really bad. His vocals are straining just saying that. So, it's a horrible song. I think it might be the worst song. It's like potential. I can't tell. I really don't like it. It's like annoying. This one gets where the other ones are like bland. This one gets into like annoying territory a little bit for me. Like it's slightly annoying.
It just I feel like this song was already on the album. Like it sounds so familiar.
It does sound like this was already played.
Like why there did not need to be 15 like oh my god, that's why
this
like
is a disaster.
Travis Barker and company are just like shitting out these albums because they're like there's no substance whatsoever to any of these.
Oh, none at all.
Yeah.
It's literally he just does a good job, admittedly, drumming. Like, I mean, I don't like the production on the drums, but obviously he's a great drummer. The production, I don't like this production on the drums.
There's a little too much of like the little shaker thing. It's kind of annoying me.
Yeah. So we're also getting into a slightly drum machine territory with some of these drum sounds where I'm like, I don't know, this sounds like an almost pre-programmed drum pack we got going on a couple times. I mean, some of them are obviously not like there's no way Travis Barker even drummed on some of these songs. So, but yeah, Jawbreaker, I'll go like slightly higher than All I Know, I guess. No, I don't know. I'll go 1.4.
Wow.
1.1 lower than All I Know. I think it's an annoying song. I don't like the hook. I think it sucks at singing it. It doesn't do anything for me. So
there's like this weird phenomenon with this record and this style where it's like somehow overproduced, but also sounds like it was recorded in a bedroom.
Yeah, it sounds like shit and overproduced at the same time.
I can't put my finger on it, but like that's like what I'm hearing. Like it sounds bad, but it sounds like
everything is overproduced but mixed terribly. Like everything's like off slightly. So yeah. All right, let's finish this up. I do want to get out of here, and I'm sorry to inflict on the issue. This is pretty funny though.
I've hit a wall. Like this is. I feel like this is like a punishment. Like this should have been like if we lost a bet. Or if like whoever had the worst Punkorama draft, they would have to do this by themselves. we should start doing that. Like that there should be punishments for people who lose the games where the rest of us pick an album, almost like in Practical Jokers, and that single person has to do a reaction to it.
Just by themselves,
or like two people.
I can't wait for Dylan to do a reaction to the.
Dylan would have stopped after track 2 on this album and just given it a 0. Like I can tell you that with absolute maybe even track 1.
I would love to have Dylan for the second album. That would be super funny. We'll consider. This takes a long time anyways, but let's do the next one. Let's do Nothing Inside and get through this.
Okay.
Featuring Ian Dior.
Ian Dior, yeah, whoever the hell that is. 3, 2, 1. All right.
Yeah, we couldn't finish that one. We got like a minute and a half in. We're like, we get it.
Yeah. I feel like we've gotten too far down the path where like we've got like these Blink-182 untitled like D-sides that
the D-sides. Yeah. It's like the leftover scraps of like Tom DeLonge like threw in the dumpster and Travis picked up and kept for a while. I was like, hey, let's use this one.
Yeah, this totally feels like a reject off of Untitled. Like
yeah.
Like I don't, and that's putting it like way, way, way too nicely. But
Yeah,
and
it's bland. Like Untitled is a masterpiece in comparison. So, I mean, I like Untitled. So I know people don't like Untitled. I like Untitled, but yeah, this is such a bland. Once again, there's just nothing dynamic going on, nothing to catch your interest. All the sound levels sound exactly the same. Like everything just kind of blends into this kind of blur of just like Machine Gun Kelly's doing his like droning, nothing, and then the drums sound the same the whole time, and then Ian Dior comes in with just some basic ass auto tune and like a little bit of a beat, and it does nothing. So, Ian Dior, owner of Dior, has won. So.
I was gonna say Machine Gun Kelly has achieved one thing on this album. It's being a better singer than Ian Dior. So that's
hey, he did better than Trippie Redd as well.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we've said enough. This is like Blink-182 Untitled when like a 13-year-old heard it and tried to write a song in his bedroom and recorded this song, which is
All right.
we've got 2 songs left. One's an interlude. My cat is going behind my monitor. So this is going to be bad. But let's play the interlude into which I'm sure is going to be a hilarious joke. We're going to play
I'm sure.
Banyan Tree.
Look, play this. Yeah, Banyan Tree into Play This When I'm Gone. Look, Play This When I'm Gone is the longest song of the album. We're not finishing it. We're gonna go a minute and 30 in, and I'm gonna ping John and be like, let's wrap this up. So, but let's go for it.
My cat's checking on me to make sure I'm okay. She could sense my emotional distress. Here we go. Banyan Tree, whatever it is, in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God. Did you drink a lot of tequila?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
All right, Elliot, it's over.
We definitely listened to the entire song and the entire interlude as well. Oh, the interlude, it sounded like it was just going to be Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox talking to each other over an acoustic guitar about like more boring stuff. So we skipped that, and then Play This When I'm Gone started up, and it was an acoustic song, which is like John's kryptonite, and it's Machine Gun Kelly acoustic song. So it really we couldn't finish it. It was bad. What are we even doing with this ranking here? I would say this: the Machine Gun Kelly album has about 3.5 good tracks. Like I'd say, solid, fun pop punk songs. So I mean, it's impressive he even wrote 3 decent pop punk songs. I will say that. So title track was good. I like Kiss Kiss a little bit. I kind of find it fun. Forget Me Too was good, and Concert for Aliens was good. So, and now not great.
Yeah.
Not anything right home, but I mean, but so this is what we did. We listened to the Machine Gun Kelly record, and John feels dead inside. He feels like we were wasting time. Every time we do one of these first reacts, it ends the same with John just kind of exasperated and depressed.
Yeah, this I like I don't know why. These like really get me down. This I do feel like I just wasted an hour or whatever. It's an hour and a half, I guess, because we're 48 minutes of recording and 30-minute album. Great math, John. But yeah, this sucked. And I didn't want it to suck because I like to have an open mind. I don't like being called gatekeeper. I don't like when people say I like one style and I'm close-minded, but this is just bad. It's just like this album sucks. It's like I can't imagine ever wanting to hear any of these songs again. Like the little bit of relief or the little bit of surprise that the title track had for me is long gone. I like honestly there's 15 songs. I liked one. So that puts me at like a sub. Like I would give this album a 0.8 overall score.
Damn.
This sucks. This is really bad. And
I will
hate
give
to say
this.
it.
I'll give this. But I gave one. Me gave one a 7, but yeah, I guess every single one was sub.
There's a lot of 1s, 2s, and 3s.
Yeah, there's a lot of 1, 2s, and 3. I'm gonna go 2.5 on this one. So
Yeah, this is significantly
yes.
worse than the Black Parade, which I think I gave it 2.1. So that's why I have to go so low.
you gave Black Parade a 2.1.
I think so, right? Or no?
Really? I can't remember.
I don't
That's
remember.
honestly, that's actually crazy. I can't remember now. Huh?
No,
That's wild.
This is like a never listen again
That's
album.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy low for the Black Parade. Huh? Probably we should even talked about that on here. people are gonna remember what you did.
One of these days, I'm gonna
Uh,
like one of these albums we listened to.
Well, we did Nirvana, but you already liked that. I saw. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We got to find one.
I probably,
so
if I
you
like
guys
it, I probably have heard it just because that's all I do is
Yeah.
listen to music.
If you guys, I'm trying to think of what we could list. I don't know, but I mean, if you guys have any recommendations, we might do like the Academy is Acceptance and these kind of neon pop punk bands we don't know, just bunched together in a couple
yes,
songs.
it has to be that way.
Yeah, we're not doing a full album of these ones. I mean, honestly, I guarantee you, Acceptance, the Academy is, and whatever the other one was, is better than this Machine Gun
Yeah.
Kelly record. I remember I heard title track, and then I was just like, oh, this might actually be really good. I remember listening to it, and there's some catchy melodies, but it drops off. Like I told you, it was going to drop off hard. So, I told you nothing got as good as title track, and
Not even
I was
close.
correct.
Not even close.
Not even close. So, I mean, this album, I think it went multi-platinum, I think, or something like that. Like it's like a crazy, as well, probably the biggest selling records in rock in a long time. So I mean, good for him for finding a niche and getting people to like it. But it's pretty awful. The production just sucks. It's like weird. Like you're right, it's overproduced, but it's mixed poorly. And Machine Gun Kelly once again cannot sing for his life. He cannot sing pop punk music. His voice strains multiple times. And you could tell they use like a little bit of autotune sometimes, but then you just have like the autotune strain where it's like like that in the back of his voice. But yeah.
One thing I will say, like, if this is somebody's introduction to pop punk, which I think if it sold millions of copies, that's probably the case, then they're in for like a world of this is like literally starting at the bottom. So
yeah, if they like this and then they like listen to like Blink's Enema or Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, man, they'll be like, okay, huh.
yeah, go pick up
Wow.
Jersey's Best Dancers or 40-Hour Train, and you're gonna have a nice treat, guys. So, but yeah, let's wrap this up, man. This is a long ass video, and
Yeah, sorry about that, man. This was my recommendation. I thought it'd be funnier. It was more depressing. It was more headache inducing. So
would it
let us.
next one has to be an EP if it's this terrible. That's what I'm gonna say.
All right, so yeah, we'll do Mainstream Sellout, the sequel to this by Machine Gun Kelly. We'll do the deluxe version, which I think has like 18 tracks. We'll hit that one up, and we'll be back we'll be right back at you guys with another first react. We love doing these. John loves doing these. He always tells me, when are we going to listen to the next, album that everyone loves that aged really poorly? This is not one of them. So, what else can we be disappointed by? I mean, our expectations were super low. So, I mean, like, I felt like this is right where you should be. So.
All
right, let's wrap it up.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching. If you stuck around, we appreciate you. I would hope this wasn't done in vain. So if you're still here, thank you. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, all that stuff helps other people find the channel. You can join the Discord and talk about 24/7 punk rock. Recommend an album for us to torture ourselves listening to for an hour on a Saturday night, because that's the kind of masochists that we are. And if you want to support us, there's a link down below to the Limited Run store. There's lots of cool stuff. You can even pick a topic for a video with one of the bundles there. So go check those out. And yeah, thanks again for watching. We'll see you all next time.
Peace out.